Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, let me welcome Shrinking Sharon who re-signed up for the membership. Generally Jenny, Vic, Peekaboo is in the house. Let me see my beautiful, wonderful members that help me here keep the lights on. Thank you guys so much. Let me see who else I have here member wise, because we got to shout out those members. Iridescent, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Sakina, Kat, the U.S. Navy vet, welcome to Tessa. Oh my gosh, welcome everybody. Now let me greet everybody else. Hey Bob, welcome. Thank you so much. Generally, Jenny, did I shout you out? I don't know if I missed you. I just saw you. Like, well, how did I miss you? And I don't know who's making trans comments. Hopefully, I don't think that's something we did here, but maybe if that happened in another channel, let's not let it seep in over here, okay? Me, you, shout out to you. All right. Rose, Welch Rose, thank you so much for coming in and shout out to you. Carla, welcome. Okay, everybody's coming in. Natasha. All right. Do I have anybody from the Facebook clan over here? Kimberly, thank you. Yes, come on in, Jazzy. Hey, Chico, welcome. Yes, hit that like button, please. Thank you. Ava, Granny B, Daisy. Oh my gosh, I almost missed you guys. Karma, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay. Yes, Miss Wee Lassie, welcome. All right, everybody's coming in. Giving everybody some time to get in here. Yeah, it wasn't here. I don't know where, but like I said, let's not allow whatever happened in another channel seep in over here. Because that's not what the topic is today. But yes, thank you so much. Stuck on streams, you made it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Welcome, welcome. I got an FB invite, but prefer YouTube. It happens. It happens. Hey, Dark Angel, welcome. Okay, everybody's coming on in, coming on in, coming on in. Make sure you're hitting that like button. I'm looking at the votes. Hopefully, everybody can vote. Hey, Lindsay, welcome. Sinner, welcome. Just to say I'm new and loving what I'm seeing. Just subscribe today. Can't wait to see what else you do on your channel. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for subscribing. Adriana Hernandez from shout out to everybody from Modesto and Lodi and Stockton. I used to live in those areas, believe it or not. I know those areas very well. Chowchila, Madera, Merced. I can name them because I know those areas very well. Okay, everybody come on in. Leslie, yes. All right. Welcome, welcome. I don't even know where to get started. Hey, Soul Jules, welcome. It's been a lot. All right. Let me just say that it's been a lot. Okay. And you guys know how I am on my channel. You guys know that number one, I don't like fake news. Number two, I'm very careful about people's feelings as it pertains to the subject matter, right? So I don't necessarily drag if somebody's the subject of a story. So I try to be very careful, very empathetic. That's just how I am. All right. So let's circle back a little bit. All right. So yesterday we went live. Okay. And there was a couple articles that had been put out there about a woman by the name of Julia Wendel. Okay. Julia Faustina is another last name that she goes by. And I say her second last name because it's now been posted up. Okay. So Julia basically made some headlines because she is claiming to be Madeleine McCann. Okay. Now, for those that don't know who Madeleine McCann is, she is someone that, went missing back in May of 2007. All right. It was one of the most documented stories internationally, everywhere. Everybody knew about Madeleine McCann back in 2007 because it was captured. The circumstances that happened, family was vacationing in Portugal. Basically, this beautiful 3-year-old child went missing and has not necessarily been seen since, right? There have been sightings, if you do a nice little timeline, of people that have claimed to be Madeleine, but that are not. They haven't been confirmed to have been this child. All right. So when somebody it started an account by the name of I am Madeleine McCann, all right, proclaimed herself to be Madeleine McCann by saying, I am Madeleine McCann, and basically put out a couple of videos that went viral. All right. And so immediately she's saying that she is this child. We start seeing a bunch of pictures being posted, okay, on this IG account, as well as her plea videos. All right. And let's go to that IG account right quick so we know exactly where the source, where we started with this, okay? All of these videos started coming up. There was a, whatchamacallit, a psychic medium, okay? She goes by Persian Medium, who starts interviewing Julia, okay, aka the alleged Madeleine McCann, and a series of videos start dropping, right? So a lot of things start happening, and a lot of us are kind of questioning, well, is it real? She starts putting out there that she had requested a test from the Polish police, and she was requesting all kinds of sorts of help with this situation, and nothing was happening. Okay, she was being ignored. Well, let me see if I can get out of here. This is the account, and it has grown so many. Actually, it's not even this account. There's another account. Hold up. Let me make sure I show you guys the correct account, because there has been so much that has come out of here. So many accounts have been created. Here, this is the accurate account. It was at 500,000. It is now at over 834. Okay, people have been following this account, myself included, right? Because I want to see what these videos that are being put up about. Okay, so this is how this started. She starts doing these interviews with this lady who is an entertainer and proclaims to be helping law enforcement in various cases. You know, she is a professional. Okay. People start asking, well, why haven't they DNA you? She starts telling that her family side, the one that raised her, is not wanting to do a DNA. That's what they're saying. Okay. Matter of fact, they're calling her that they're saying that she's crazy. They're saying different things about her. All right. And we've seen her break down here. We've seen different sides of her here. This morning she went live, and the psychic lady told her not to go live anymore. The psychic lady went live again later on and made another statement, which we'll probably watch. Okay. So in the last 24 hours, I have looked into information. I've received information. I'm trying to understand, well, if somebody is saying that they're this person, why haven't they been able to, do some type of DNA test? Why hasn't something happened, right? And that is because they do not, they, meaning the Polish police, these people that oversee the case of Madeleine McCann, do not find her credible. They don't find her to be a credible person. So I sat there and I said, well, okay, like what? Well, she believes she's this child. What's going on, right? As you start kind of looking into her history a little bit more, both on her Facebook, a lot of the statements that she has put out start to sound very scripted. Okay. So she believes she does not remember her childhood up until like 8 years old. Okay. There's certain things that she remembers. She remembers turtles. She remembers the ocean. She remembers being able to connect the fact that her grandmother was married to a man that is somehow involved in the Maddie McCann story and case, right? Somebody by the last name of Nay, things like that. And then somebody sent me a link to a Twitter account where she posted yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. Now, I'm not going to show the Twitter. Listen, I don't do Twitter porn. We're not going to be showing Twitter porn over here. We can't. She, and that is not to trash any sex worker or anything, because that's not what I'm about. Okay, do your thing, get your bread, because we all do it one way or another, whether it's non-sex work or traditional work, whatever. Different strokes for different folks. I don't trash anybody for whatever trade they want to do. Okay, but it occurred to me. It did occur to me, because people were caught up on, look at the similarities to this photo, to this photo, to this photo, and that photo. And then I realized, in looking even further to some of the other screenshots of what she has posted in terms of her work experience, what she does, girl is a content creator. She creates content. That's what she does. She knows about video editing. She knows about photo editing. She knows how to edit. Now, allegedly, I was in a group on Facebook. Shout out to the Facebook. There's a Facebook group that's huge, that's following this story to the T. And they said that there was some messages between Julia and a Polish friend of hers. I mean, they're, whatever. They're in Polish, the messages. And she's sending these messages to her and is saying, hey, do I look like Maddie McCann here on this picture of like a younger version of it? So she's trying to get these pictures, I guess, approved by a friend to make sure that she looks like Maddie McCann while they're being put out there. Because you kind of have to wonder the details in the way in which she's put things together, right? Look at the details of this. Look at the details. And I said, well, who helped her make, that was my question. Who helped her make some of these collages? Putting things together, all this other stuff, the smiles, all of this. Who did this? This takes time to do. Who did this? Who did this? And so I sit there and I said, well, damn. A content creator, a person that knows editing, I could edit photos. I could put them together. I can do things like that. Not to say that that's what she's doing. Absolutely. To look further into her background, she's an actress, she's a model, she does photography, she does that other side hustle, whatever she does, there's a lot to her background, okay? In addition to that, she's not doing very well in terms of kind of where she's at, so she's looking for a place to live, and I'm not making that up. That is the interview that she had with the lady, the Persian Medium lady, okay? And I swear to God, I'm sure she has a name. I think her name is Faya or Fia. I just don't know her. Like I'm not trying to pull a Mariah Carey here. I literally do not know this woman. Like I don't know her. I've never really seen her, but she's also an actress. So you have this actress and that actress, and somehow they make it work together to put this together. No DNA yet, because they don't deem her credible. Now, shout out to Rose, Welch Rose, okay, and I put her information in the description box, her YouTube channel. She said something to me that I have to show you guys, okay? One of the people, an investigator that actually worked in the, he's like an investigative journalist, okay? He worked on the Madeleine McCann story. Somebody reached out to him, okay? Thank you so much, Rose, Welch Rose, for sharing this with me. And Rose has a YouTube channel. You guys go check her out, please, and thank you. Let me tell you what this is about. His name is Martin Case, okay? And if you Google search Martin Case, Madeleine McCann, his photo comes up, everything comes up. He's a like a security consultant, investigative journalist, okay? He actually did some commentary when the documentary of Madeleine McCann came out. Somebody reached out to him because you have to understand the DNA. Where are we hearing about? The only person that has said that the family has accepted a DNA and is willing to do a DNA is either a source that has not been identified by the family or Julia herself. And I can show you because we also have another exclusive interview that she did on another channel before she completely muted. So, and I have permission by that other creator as well, and shout out to him, and we'll talk about him here momentarily. But I want to show you, if we can't get a family statement, we got a statement from Mr. Martin Case, who was somebody that was working on this case at some point in time, all right? And I'm going to read it to you because I know it's a little blurry. But somebody by the name of Caroline reached out to him and said, he says, "Hey, Caroline, thank you for getting in touch. Although I've worked on Madeline's case for many years, I haven't seen Julia's concerns about her own past. Whilst Julia could possibly be a victim of trafficking, I can see straight away that she isn't Madeleine McCann. The discoloration in Julia's eye is due to variations in the pigmentation of her iris, similar to a freckle, and the larger of them is oriented to the 6 o'clock position. Madeleine's eye condition is very different. She has a colomboma, is it a colomboma? Colomboma, which is a condition where a section of the iris is missing, in effect giving a keyhole shape pupil, and it is oriented at the 7 o'clock position. All right, let's keep playing this receipt real quick, and let me see. And it looks like people have reached out to other sources that had covered the case. There was one particular reporter by the name of Sonia, I think it's Sonia Polton, and she's actually talked about this today, and she had like a Zoom call about it. She says, "I've seen this on Instagram but couldn't comment. I have not received any emails about it. She's one of the many who claim to be Madeleine, and while I don't believe she is, I do believe she could be trafficked. If you can contact her, feel free to give her my email. I'll see what I can do to help her." And somebody said, "Thank you for the information." Now, the thing about Madeleine McCann's condition is that it's not something that is operable. You can't just remove what is wrong with Maddie's eye. You can't. You can't. Absolutely not. So kind of keeping that in mind, that it's not like something that, they can remove it or anything like that. Thank you so much for the $4.99, my love. Hoping for answers. It's not the condition that on Maddie's eye. It's not something that just, okay, we're gonna go and remove it or have an operation for her. Even the information that she's provided just doesn't make sense. They're not the same age. Julia has been employed before. You'd need a birth certificate or an ID or something to be able to hold employment, right? She says she doesn't remember and her family does not answer any questions. That's what she has said. Yes, ma'am. It kind of leaves things to everybody to wonder, like, what's the deal? Mm-hmm. I'm looking at your guys's. Yes, we do outgrow our baby faces. Absolutely. Let me make sure I capture some of these comments. The lady, yes, the medium lady told her not to go live. I think her name is Faya. The age could be a lie from the parents, and they could have been. And I'm not disputing that. Could very well possibly be, but I'm only going by what we have that's concrete, right? What do we have to show that this story wouldn't necessarily work, right? So this is Mr. Martin Keys, and that's the statement that he gave. I looked at the account. I actually messaged him. He has not reached out to me yet, but I'm hoping to hear back. This is somebody that had reached out to him to get more verification. He's saying he does not think that that is her whatsoever. Now, I want to think about it this way. Does Julia believe that it's her? Possibly. I believe she believes that it's her. That doesn't make it that it's her. Doesn't mean that it's her. And I think that that's something that you have to kind of keep in account. What data do we have out there to show that? I don't know. I don't know. Tell me more. How do you think that would help? Let me know. Let me know what you think about that. How would that help? Let me know. Hey, Dr. Edwards, how are you? Let me know. Ears cannot change. Lord have mercy. Look at all of us, all here in the chat. I really think someone put this thought in her head. Could very well be. So there was an actual interview, by the way. Let's look at that interview right now. And I'll tell you the channel name. Let me see. Here we go. It was not this one. News with Chris, okay? Very small YouTube channel, but he's very big on TikTok, I believe, in IG. You guys go check him out and go subscribe. I'm giving complete credit to him. He had an exclusive with Julia, okay? And he asked her those questions, and this was a little bit better because, you know, with the lady, the psychic lady, she was very. It didn't really seem very interviewish. It seemed very like telling her how she should feel and more kind of like counseling, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just my thought. But he had an interview. Why don't we go ahead and watch it? And again, we're giving him his credit and his flowers. Thank you, Chris. The information for his channel is in the description box. Check him out, guys. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Thank you.
And she told me that I'm awful, terrible person who give people hope that their child can live. But to be honest, Persian Medium is I mean, this is my contact with Kate right now. So I can't talk about it too much at this moment, but people say that I'm crazy, or that I'm doing this for career or for money. But I have to say that I found out from this contact between me and Kate that Kate is very she has very big feeling that I'm her daughter. So it's like many people don't believe me, but I feel in heart.
Thank you, Dr. Edwards. And I would agree with you on Social Butterfly on that as well. But listen to what she says. She has not formally had any contact with the McCanns. She's had contact with somebody else that has had alleged contact with the McCanns. Everything that has been said, like there has been no receipts to even show, or even a formal statement from the McCanns. I'm telling you guys, I want you to think about this. This case was huge and it still is in 2007. The coverage of it. Absolutely. Why wouldn't the McCanns come forward and make a statement about any thought process of giving somebody a DNA test? Why would they let this woman take this on her own? I don't think that they would do that. I don't even think that there has been, there might have been contact with them, but maybe they're choosing to guard themselves. I highly doubt that she has spoken to anybody that's related to the family. And that's just my opinion, because if they were truly interested in looking into this, I truly feel like they would make a statement and at least help Julia so she doesn't take this whole media monster on her own. Truly. And like Unsocial Butterfly said over here, I believe that there's been a lot of trauma. There's been a lot of disconnection and disassociation from situations that maybe she has presented herself to be. And it is not uncommon for somebody to say, I am not the person I was born who I am, right? In order to disassociate from whatever trauma has happened. That's just my opinion. I don't believe this is Maddie McCann. It does not pan out, nor does it work out. That's just my thought. However, I do believe she's a traumatized woman that has been through a lot, and that is coming online and has said what she has said, and maybe doesn't even quite understand the magnitude of the message. You would have to really think about that, right? So, what does the data show you? Align the things. And also, keeping in mind too, the way in which the story is being reported, I showed you guys in the community wall. The way in which these articles are just copy and paste versions of each other. They're not actual sources.
I feel 100% that I'm her, but in mind, I know that I need DNA test.
Of course.
So it's like, but I know that because contact told me that I know that Kate is very excited, and I can't tell anymore. I think I can't tell anything because it's I have to keep it in my mind.
Of course.
I mean,
So,
you understand?
yeah, of course. Can I just ask you? So, just take me back to
Yes, of course.
when you first kind of found out. How did you find out when you first knew that it's a possibility that you could be Madeleine McCann? And I have to say, from my eyes, there are some similarities. We can't deny that there are some similarities. The speck in the eye, the jawline,
Yes,
the nose. So take us back to the start when you actually really found out.
but you mean about the first time when I started to think that I can be Madeleine,
Yeah,
or
when the first time you.
okay?
Yeah.
So it was a few months ago, and some people said that it couldn't be then because I joined to one Facebook group 1 year ago, something like that. But and I told the press that I found out about Madeleine's case over 6 months ago. So I have small problems with memories. I mean, I can't remember my childhood, but I have problems with chronology. I don't know how to
Right.
say, but
Yeah,
with
kind of. Yeah.
okay. So
Thank you so much, Miss Leslie, for gifting 5 memberships. Can you say thank you, mommy? Thank you guys. If you guys received a membership from Miss Leslie, please say thank you so much, my love. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing that. What are your guys' thoughts so far about this? Okay, so she's saying I have a hard time with what is it? Numbers, orders, chronological order of events. That can be very hard, right? Especially in such situations where we're asking for something.
uh, sometimes when I think that it was 6 months or 8 months, maybe it was 1 year. So because I it's normal, typical for me because I have PTSD, maybe complex PTSD, so it's normal symptom
Okay.
that I have problems with explaining chronology when exactly did I started thinking. But a few months ago, I started to think that I'm not my parents' child,
Right.
and it was started when I was in therapy with my third psychologist.
Okay.
I started to give my parents, and not only parents, my family, just family, hard questions, a lot of hard questions. And my mother said one day that you will never go again to your psychologist because I will never pay for it again. I couldn't. I didn't have possibility to work then. I tried, but it was very hard because of symptoms that I had.
Understandable.
And it's something like kind of weird because my mother cut me from therapists,
Okay.
kind of, or maybe okay. And I was in good condition then because this psychologist helped me a lot, and I really didn't have some autodestruction then at this time. And my mother 2 or probably 3 weeks after this she started to tell me that I stole someone for over 100,000, and at the end, police police said that there is no case about it. They didn't know, they didn't be in her shop, as she
Mhm.
said, and it's like everything says that she lies.
Thank you, Sinner. I agree it's not Maddie, but it's really interesting. Hopefully she gets the help that she needs. I absolutely thank you so much, Sinner, for the $5. I would agree. I think she needs help. A lot of you guys are saying this is word salad. Dang, that's messed up. You know, and hmm. She says, third time watcher, first time chatter, new subscriber. Shout out to you for being all the new subscribers. Shout out. Can't see well, so I type in caps. Aw, but I will go back in the bush. You do not need to go back in the bushes. You can continue to type in caps. As long as we're not yelling at each other, we're good. Thank you, my love, for typing. Um, After everything I've seen over the past 20 years, I don't believe she is Maddie, but she does need help. I don't think we're disputing that, right? We know that she needs help. But here's my problem. Let me tell you what my problem is. You guys want to know what my problem is? My problem is the doctor, okay? Psych medium, in my opinion. I feel like, what did she say? I will give my life to a woman that is hurting. I will do this to a woman. And in my opinion, I'm like, well, okay, what else did you do with you and your team of investigators to determine whether there was any validity to this story besides the interview, besides trying to bash and parent shame her parents, because we really don't know what her parents have said or anything? Why would we parent shame those parents because they don't want to do a DNA test? How do we know that she is not crying out for help in this way? And the parents are kind of like, we've seen this from her before. Why are we entertaining it? And now it's gotten to a bigger source. Now, I wish I could tell you that we're the only ones talking about it and we're the only ones bringing attention, because we're not. It's gotten bigger to that side of the world, to everybody in the UK. Shout out to everybody in the UK. It's gotten bigger. So I'm just kind of curious to know, like, what's it going to be? Let me show you guys another thing. Let me show you what I mean by it's gotten bigger, okay? Hold up. Here it is. And only because I know Spanish, I said let me play this for everybody here. Share it. Let's see. Here we go. Madeleine McCann, una polaca, pide prueba de ADN, cree que es la niña desaparecida en el 2007. Spanish. All right? Shout out to everybody from the UK, by the way. Let's listen to it. All right? And I put the English subtitles in there as well.
Esta joven polaca que pide una prueba de ADN porque sospecha que podría ser Madeleine McCann. Recordemos, desaparecían.
Una joven polaca, a Polish girl, is asking for a DNA because she suspects, she believes she's Madeleine McCann. This was released today, okay? Today, the last 14 hours. Yesterday.
En 2007 en Portugal. Ha compartido a través de las redes sociales las que, según cree, podrían ser las similitudes que comparte con la pequeña. La joven que fue adoptada destaca las pecas en el rostro y en las piernas, una marca en el ojo y lunares y expresiones faciales. A pesar de...
See, they're even talking about her freckles, her beauty marks, and making comparisons. This has gotten huge on certain areas of the world. So, mom jeans, there's a reason why we're talking about it, because we got to figure out, is this fake news or not? We have to figure out if this is something that needs to be debunked and capped right away, because at the end of the day, there's a family that's hurting and we don't want that, right? And so it's like, how much information, is out there can we put together to really try to understand it? No, you're absolutely right. Why hasn't that's exactly what we're asking. So I saw you in the comments. I just wanted to say we have to talk about it because people are talking about it. And so in my mind, at least for my subbies, it's important that if this is fake news, hey, let's put this out there. What did the rabbit show, or what did other people show to show that this is fake or that this is not correct? Or you have this lady, this psychic lady, who put articles from 2019 together to say that she predicted what was going to happen to the Madeleine McCann story. Let's call it out. That's how I see it. Absolutely. All right, my love. I know. But you bring such valid points, and that's why I'm like, let me figure this out, because I honestly think there's an agenda behind everything that we do. Now, in my heart of heart, I don't think that girl is a malicious person. I think she's just lost, and she's lost in the sauce in this, you know? Ooh, SW says she's a young girl who is mad at her mom and dad and wants to get under their skin. 20-ish. She really needs psych help. Total fake news. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if people, I mean, can you look? I would hate to say that kids do the shittiest things, because the reality of the matter, she's what, 21, 22. And that was the other thing too. I was trying to figure out, well, what is girl's birthday? Because it's not like she has put out blatantly her birthday. She says she doesn't really know what her birthday is. She believes it's this and that, playing very coy to the situation. I also believe that people, in my opinion, whether mental health illness or not, should be held responsible to the things that they say or do, because you can be held accountable to the things that you say and do, right? So I'm just thinking, well, how much of this plays into that versus intentionally trying to cause harm to another family, individual, human being, to society, to the community? Because you have to think about the impact of that. Because, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, there has not been a DNA test because the authorities do not deem her credible. Before this story went viral, they didn't deem her credible then. So she has known this. She's known this. Yeah, it was Timothy is it Paisa? Went missing for years. Young, yep, sure did. It happens. I don't know. Look, 2023 has become the year of people's alleged children appearing. What did we have just last week? I talked about this yesterday. I said, who knew, or allegedly you have R. Kelly and Aaliyah who had a child. Like, what is going on? I don't know. But hey, let me go ahead and keep playing this, and let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments about the situation.
Okay.
She lied. And it's important for this case because I realized then that my mother tried to make me bad with my mental condition then, and not only me think like that. My boyfriend thinks the same.
Okay.
My best friend thinks the same. And a few months later, I mean, or I don't know how much, but a few months later, I talked with my grandma from father, and she told me that maybe she will disagree today at these days when I'm in social media. But she said then that she thinks that family from mother could be involved in my hurt from this German pedophile. I mean, she said exactly that. She thinks and she believes that family from mother, including mother, knew that he will hurt me, and it's like then I started to think, okay, so I know that my mother allowed pedophile and my grandmother from mother.
Yes, Mama Bear says, but question, what's the harm in just having a DNA test done? Also, hey, they just got here, so wasn't sure exactly what oh no, you're fine, my love. I don't know. Is there harm in doing a DNA test? Let me ask that to everybody. Why don't we do a poll question now? Let me end this poll that we have right now. Is there harm if you're on YouTube and you're chatting in the chat? Okay, I see all these votes coming in. I'm about to close this poll. I'm about to start a new one. Okay, let's start this new poll. Is there harm in doing a DNA tests? They said yes. Nah. DNA for what? Okay, I'm gonna put a third option in there. Go vote right now. It's up. Check the poll, check the poll, check the poll. Go vote. Go vote. No harm. Oh, Lord have mercy. You guys. Hey, Chalbell. Okay. All right. I'm looking at the comments. All right. So okay, we got more votes. Is there harm in doing a DNA test? That is the question. Do the DNA and end it, says Leslie. Instant justice. I'm willing to have a drugstore paternity test sent to her. I bet any lab will do it for free. Answers come in days in receiving a swab. So as long as it's done privately, so she doesn't waste public resources, in my opinion, says Sinner. Shout out to Sinner. Ask Maddie's parents. Lord. All right. All right. So I got 100 votes so far. So 89% is saying, nah, no harm. If you want to prove you're Madeleine, you need a DNA test. Rose says, hey, just to clear up the answers. Hello from the UK. No, a DNA test will prove. Okay. Who are you going to do it? Okay. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, whoever said this. Moonlight. Who are you going to test her against? Her parents aren't wanting to do a DNA test. Maybe and I hate to say it, but what if she is adopted? You know what I'm saying? And they don't want her to know that she's adopted. No harm in doing a DNA test. Her grandmother, I suspect the family advised not to entertain the claims. Silence is golden. She needs to test against her parents. Which ones? Lord. Oh my God, you guys are going in on these comments. The McCanns? Oh, geez. Get the DNA test and get over it. All right. Well, this is going to be interesting. I don't know what to say. Look, get this chit chat over with and do the DNA test. Oh my God, they're dragging this out when it doesn't have to be. All the parents? Oh, geez. Okay, the girl, I don't trust her. Rabbit, call her on her panel live. That girl, I don't trust her. Rabbit, call her on panel live. Lord, Natasha, you want me to do like a Chris Hansen situation? Let's have a seat. I'm not going to do that to that girl, Natasha. I'm not like that. Look, I honestly, if she believes she is who she is, yes, I know. Can we not name drop? I got you. I already know about evil exists. Sorry. I'm very careful about what channels we promote in the chat. Please. You should have done an answer C test, DNA, before she went on social media. That was my thought too. Like, what if she would have contacted the McCanns privately? They would have done that, right? No worries. I everybody runs different information, so I'm very careful about who and what I promote. Don't do it right. I wouldn't. I would not. Okay, let's keep watching this, you guys, because then we got to get to the median celebrity psychic who is now running the social media of Julia.
To take me for a trip, for a 7-hour trip to another city.
Yep.
After I said that he hurt me. So it was 1 or 2 days later after I told her truth, and she allowed for going. She allowed me go with them for a trip, and I can't remember this trip. I mean, it's weird. And then when I realized what grandma says, and I connect some puzzles, some thoughts about it, I started to think that I'm not their children, because they didn't want to talk about my past. They became mad, and mother always starting to say that I'm crazy, and she also often told me that when I was younger, she also no, when I was younger, she often told me that she will give me to children's house when I had panic attacks or when I cried a lot. And when I realized that they maybe not my parents, I started to make a research on internet about missing children, missing girls that who could be in my age or similar age. And I saw many girls. It was too many for me. I didn't expect that how many children are missing in the 1 year.
So she starts doing a search on social media about how many missing children there are out there close to her age. If I do the same, guys, if I do the same, I'm probably going to find people that are closer to my age that are missing as well. Do I think she's Maddie? I don't know. I also don't matter. Does she think she's Maddie? Obviously, she's at least thinks it's possible. Do Kate and Jerry think she's might be Maddie? That's the question. I don't know. But thank you for the 9.99, my love. Brianna. Brihanna. I think that's how you say your name. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know. Look, I got to show you what girl while we're here. Let me go ahead and head over here right now, okay? So, this is the doctor lady, okay? If you if you don't think they're your parents, you don't look for missing kids. And as Edna Edna said, look, if you don't think they're your parents, you don't go looking for missing kids. You ask if you're adopted. Typically, yes. I mean, I've wondered sometimes if I've been adopted. Typically when I've been upset with my parents, I wonder if I was adopted. Like I could think of times that has happened to me. I don't know. But listen to what the doctor, I'm going to bring her up and then we'll go back to the interview, but listen to what she has to say. Oh.
This is Dr. Thea Johansson, known as a Persian Medium, who works with police officers, private investigators to finding missing persons for so many years, and also a private investigator.
Feel free to tomatoes. I mean, listen, feel free to bring out the tomatoes if this is too much for you, okay?
I would love to update you about a couple things. The one very important thing is that Julia's mental health at this moment, it's not okay because of a lot of haters out there, because of a lot of comments and a lot of nastiness that went through directly to her skin at this moment. She needs help. I do understand the 50% of you guys that hate her now to the 100-degree just because you guys think and believe that she's not the real person. She's not Madeleine. She's this and that. And I'm telling you guys, my team and me, we are investigating already about her family, her backgrounds, where she came from, and which family she belonged to, what school actually she went to, and all other details. So we understood that this case, Madeleine case, would be very sensitive for each of you, especially also for Kate and Gary. They do have children, and their children is not a baby anymore. They are grown, and they need to be protected. So again, many of you ask me about the DNA test. No one will say when, where, how, and which country. It could take about weeks and months, but no one will say anything until it's done. So please leave her alone, and please stop bugging her. She's posting a lot of stuff on Instagram, stories, and at this moment, she's now under control to not posting anything to make other people getting concerned.
Stop it. You guys said, oh my God, not the psychic network again. Lord have mercy. Look, Stuck on Screen says, Rabbit, interesting to compare two Polish women who claim to be Anastasia. Parallel is that this girl is also Polish. Somebody else, you guys stop it. Somebody else pointed that out as well. Brianna's throwing tomato cans. Not only is she throwing tomatoes, she's throwing tomato cans. Lord have mercy, you guys. Stop with the tomato cans. But that's a good point. Stuck on strings. Like we need to. Somebody had said that there was another Madeleine McCann out there. Okay, that they were making comparison stuff. Not Sylvia Brown. Listen, Sylvia Brown would have solved the case on Montel. Okay, enough. I have to look. We have to bring her here because I honestly feel like this woman, and I stand by what I say, truly drove the bus for this. Instead of really thinking about how can I help this girl by maybe contacting her family, maybe letting her family know, like, girl, like your child is feeling this. What can we do? Instead of letting it all play out here, she brought it even further. And I know that now she just wants to control the narrative, because if she controls the narrative, then she's able to say, I predicted that this happened. Because mind you, she's the lady that helps law enforcement solve crimes. I didn't say it, she did. I didn't say it, she did. Okay?
Her privacy is important. Her mental health at this moment, it's important. Pedophile out there that are trying to use and abuse her, they need to back off. A couple of people figured out about that there is actually a certain images of her body in a couple other websites, which is not a proper websites, it's kind of porn, it's whatever. Again,
she does. Okay, she does, and she posted recently. The point of the matter, I'm not even caught up on the fact that she has pornographic images out there. That's not the point. The point of the matter is this, is that she's a self-proclaimed content creator. And to me, that raises a red flag in terms of, well, did she put who put these images together? Was that her doing to try to convey this information out there? Because mind you, allegedly, now I don't have a receipt for this, but I was paying attention to a group that saw that there was a conversation between Julia and this girl in Polish, okay, that basically said something to the effect of trying to put out these pictures of her and asking her, advising her, like, does she look like Madeleine? Does this look like Madeleine? Versus putting out the information as is and then allowing the audience, the people, to determine if she's actually Madeleine. So there could have been photoshopping that was done. I mean, things do happen online. And sometimes another thing, some of you guys have said, well, this is she scamming for money? She hasn't overtly asked for money or anything like that. But sometimes it's not always about money. When you're a content creator, okay, like she's trying to grow a platform. How do you grow a platform? By providing content. This could very well be her step into that. It does happen. And there is a little bit, clout is the highest form of, high that you can get on social media. So, just saying, just my rabbit thoughts. That's all.
she did not had any glory and fantastic background or childhood. Stop judging her. She's not perfect. None of us are perfect. So again, until we really figure it out, if she's Madeleine or not, I wanted you guys to behave, act like an adult, and stop harassing a beautiful young lady that is still trying to figure herself out.
Thank you so much, Cadillac. Cadillac just gifted 5 memberships, you guys. If you guys were gifted, please say thank you. I appreciate everybody that's gifting. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting my channel. I appreciate you. And we'll make sure we do some rabbit twerking before we end the stream.
Who she is and where she come from. We are not sitting and waiting for anything. We are investigating at this moment. So when the investigation is done and everything says that she's absolutely eligible in a test, we will let everyone know the result. But again, no one is going to figure it out when, where.
She said when we figured out that someone's eligible, what does she mean by eligible? Because the way in which it's being reported is that the authorities did not deem her credible. What does it mean to be eligible for a DNA test? I'm confused. If you guys know what she meant, please put it in the chat.
Which country and how. It's all because of safeties for Madeleine family and Julia's. So again, please respect her and send love and prayer. Don't hate her just because she wants to know who she is. She's a woman and she's a young lady. For all of us, all women worldwide, we need to stand up and we need to stop haters. If you guys see any hate speech, anything on any social medias, Facebook, Instagram, about her, posting improper and nasty pictures about her body, or doing anything towards, please report to Instagram and to Facebook to ban this owner of the accounts or the campaign. At this moment, our investigation, it has nothing to do to raise money, to gain any money or anything. So if you guys figure it out that anyone at Instagram or Facebook trying to ask for dollars, they are scammers, they are charlatan, and they're trying to use her name to make money. So please understand, if you guys figure anything out there that sounds fishy, crazy about her and about Madeleine family, report, and please make it happen now. As I had to speak with Julia at this moment, she said someone from Madeleine McCann campaign, which I don't know exactly who she is and who they are and where they are located, trying to send a very nasty hate threat to Julia. This needs to stop. If you guys open this campaign in order to help Madeleine, then you guys need to be behave. And if you guys think that you guys can do anything in order to scare the hell or shit up this person, I'm not going to allow that happen. So me and my investigation team will come after. So please, now
You guys in the chat, you're 400 people in the chat. You guys better stop because she's about to send the investigation team on all of you guys behave in the chat. Look, let me tell you something. I have more empathy for Julia than I do for this lady right here. I'm letting you know, I don't know what she's a doctor of. Nowadays, anybody can put the name, I'm Dr. Rabbit. Okay? We've established that. Anybody can do that. You could put that name up there and have that be your credentials, okay? Please. Chronicles, I'm Dr. Rabbit. All right? Anybody can be a doctorate at this point. But the way I see it is that if you actually went and did a dissertation, wrote a book, sat at a university, actually worked for those titles, otherwise you just put it on your IG and get a little nice little check mark, I don't know if you are a doctor. I have more empathy for Julia than I do for this lady. I'm just saying, okay? This is where I throw the tomatoes as well.
You guys, about 10 million people worldwide, just on my social media. I wanted you guys to do something about it. If you see anything that is fishy, any pictures of her that should not be online or anywhere, please report. If anyone said hate speech about Julia and trying to make her to feel more vulnerable, please report. At this moment, if she's Julia or not, or if she's Madeleine or not, we need to help her to find herself, and mental health. It's very important at this moment. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Please share. And if anyone wants to talk directly to Julia, they need to come to me and go and pass through if they are legit and credible news, press, or anyone. She already posted on her Instagram, PersianMedium.com or PersianMedium@gmail.com. So again, this is so important for each of you to protect this young lady. Please do. She could she could be your sister,
Oh,
she could be
Lord
your
have
daughter.
mercy.
So again, start harming, hurting, and make her sad. She's already all over the place.
Okay.
So I have people there to trying to calm her down, to try to protect her, to trying to make sure that
Oh,
no one is
Jesus
going to
Christ.
basically get into her house or get into her place. So please stay calm, stay relaxed, stay tuned, and stay in touch.
Jesus
Have a great one,
Christ.
and bye.
No. Like, for why? Why are we doing it for what? This is too much. Lady, look. What was the reason? Where's my Cardi B? What was the reason for all of that?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the
I had a
reason?
reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you. And
What was the reason?
What was the reason for all of that? Let's go back to the interview, okay? Because this is too much. This is too much. What was the reason for all of that? What was the reason? I don't get it. Let's continue this interview so we can move on. All right, let's go. Let's go.
It was big amount. It is frightening, really. And but only Maddie feel to me then because it's like I didn't think for the first time when I found out about Madeleine's case, I didn't think then that okay, I'm Madeleine. No,
Cool.
it wasn't like that. It was like I started to think about my past a lot, and when I started to connect some puzzles, for example, my abuser is German, and his press said that my abuser is Christian Bruckner. It's not true because they didn't talk with me, and they. I don't know why they wrote something like that because I didn't say something like that earlier. So my abuser is Peter Ney.
Okay.
And I said that
I think one thing that is very evident, so she's telling her story, right? She said, mind you, in her own words, she said that she started looking for missing kids, okay? And started to pick up missing kids around her age. She says she found so many of them, and one of them being Maddie McCann, okay? And so just kind of keeping that in mind and how she's citing the information. This right here, I'm just letting you know because maybe, and I could be biased because I've heard it so many times, sounds very scripted to a T, almost like rehearsed in terms of how things and events happen versus allowing something to flow a little bit more naturally. How did she say, I was misquoted by something, I didn't say this? I don't know half of the time that I'm misquoted. You know, if you're having a really good conversation with somebody, it's very often if you're in that moment, you're not really thinking about being misquoted. Absolutely. She naturally picked up a famous missing child. Julia is her current abuser. Is her current abuser. What do you mean, Granny's watching? Let me know what your thoughts in the comments. Oh, oh Lord, does she mean her abuser, Madeleine's abuser? I don't know. See what I'm saying? The confusion, flat affect, in a lot of it, and that could very well be a thing. In terms of reaction, the only time I've never really seen her have a flat affect is when she has spoken to the median, especially when she broke down. If you guys saw the other interviews, so kind of piecing this together is very interesting to me. Locking my doors and windows. Ooh, it sounds insane. The woman claiming she has been abused, has trauma, been in a clinic care. Why would the puffer vest one even bring her to social media to expose the puffer best? You talk about the psychic. What is a flat affect? Michael, do you care to explain to everybody? I mean, I can explain it, but typically it's somebody with a very what do you call it? Emotionless reaction. Sometimes it's monotone, it could be on your voice, or it could be just a lack of expression. That's how I would see it. But Michael, add in more if you feel like there's more to it. There is a lack of reaction, right, to her. You understand that she's telling her story of abuse. Typically, people don't really have flat affects when that comes, unless there's another issue like fetal alcohol syndrome or something like that. That could also affect flat affect. And I only say that because my grad school studies are kind of coming in a little bit here. Flat tone, no expression, thank you, no emotion, and it goes both in your tone and in your face. Flat affect. Notice how she's telling the story and you're thinking, whoa, like this is real trauma. You're piecing it together. But yes, but thank you for saying that, Michael, for pointing that out. Let me go ahead and hit play on this.
The person who was suspected earlier in Madeleine's case, his name and surname was Martin Ney.
When you say, sorry to interrupt you, so when you say abuser, you said that your abuser. So was you? I very don't want to. Was you abused as a child? Do you know who your abuser was? Is that what you're saying? That you were abused, and you know that you were abused when you.
I don't like you, Claire. Claire said, I'm Adam Walsh. Contact my psychic if you have. No, speaking of Adam Walsh, there was somebody, and I actually had to debunk that too. Somebody came out here saying that they were Adam Walsh. That does happen. People do come back and say that they're so and so. There was somebody that came in here and said that they were Adam Walsh. They did an interview. This lady literally. So this is what I'm talking about. People come out and say that they're these children or whatever tragic situation that might have happened. Let me see what else. Somebody said, I'm Mom G, shout out to her. She says, also culture and language affect the affect as well. So another thing to kind of keep in mind. But yes, thank you for pointing that out.
You were younger, okay. I just wanted to clear that part up there as well. That's fine.
I understand too.
Apologies. I just want to make sure because this is the first
okay, no
time
problem. No problem.
First time you spoke to someone from the UK. So obviously we are supporting you. I understand this is a very overwhelming experience for you, especially with the media attention that you have received. Literally gone crazy over the last 48 hours too. So I know it's a lot for you to take in there as well. I just want to confirm as well, you are from Poland, correct? Because a lot of the
yes,
media here in the
I
UK.
know they wrote that I'm from Germany.
I got it right.
And I think that they wrote that I'm from Germany because my abuser is German. I think that they.
My abuser is German. They're asking her, you're from Poland. My abuser's from German. She said, I don't like you, Claire. I don't. The bushy eyebrows thing was funny. Listen, people kill for these eyebrows, all right? Now, I don't know about the other lady, but people do kill for eyebrows. Just saying. Just saying. They are not JLR eyebrows, okay? Yeah, that's a little concerning to me. Just the nonchalant chat. This is an interview. I don't know. Now, mind you, I go back to what Mr. Martin K said. He said this is not Maddie McCann. It's not Maddie McCann. Okay? Keeping that in mind. This lady is a content creator. Okay? Keeping that in mind. And we can show a little bit more to that, what else was found in that situation. Yeah.
Connected these things.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, and my abuser is German, and he's older than Martin Ney. You heard about Martin Ney?
Yes.
Okay, so no.
It was a very Netflix documentary about everything that happened with Madeleine McCann as well.
Okay, so I have to say that I confronted with my abuser 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 2. After
listen to how she told the
years.
story. Listen.
It was second time when I saw him.
Okay.
And I confronted with him, and he didn't recognize me, and I even expected because I'm older, so it's normal. I changed.
Of course.
And he allowed me to go to building where he lives.
Hmm.
So I think that he didn't know who I am. So okay, he didn't. But when I started to talk with him, I told him that I know that his son is Martin Ney,
Right.
but then I didn't know it. But I wanted to test his reaction
Hmm.
because it was only my I don't know how it's English. Suspicions.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to, because there's a language thing, so I just want to make sure that we get bits and bobs out there as well. So,
Yes.
From what you're telling me, from what I understand, is that you were abused as a child, and this is your abuser that you confronted. Now, I don't know if you can tell us, is that a member of your family, or is it just someone that is a member of
He's husband of my grandmother from mother.
Okay. So do you believe that he was the one that abducted you? Do you think?
Yes. I hear you, Let's Go. You said he's too damn calm. I actually like that he's calm and he's not overtaking. He's going back and he's saying, like, can you repeat this? Because listen, you repeat this and these details have been repeated and they don't match to a lot of what's been said, is very concerning. Now, May, shout out to May, says, so if she remembers her abuser, she doesn't remember her childhood. I mean, that's a great question. She doesn't remember, my understanding, anything up until 8 years old. That's when she says, I don't know. It could be, Johnny. And like I said, I don't take away from the fact that she has not been victimized in one way or another, but I'm a little concerned about how things have developed, right? Like I think we all are. How convenient. Yeah, no, she does not. That's what she says. And even the things that she does remember is very vague, very much deliberate to not be able to answer some of the things that have been said, you know? But let me go ahead and hit play on this.
So I think that I can't say who abducted me if I'm Madeleine, but I can say another thing. I can say that his face is on picture 4B.
Okay.
On Find Madeleine. I recognize this face everywhere. I will recognize this face. So this is the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, Martin Ney is German too.
Okay.
And my
Crime Time. Yeah, we know. She has said that. I don't think we're taking that away from her whatsoever. I think what we're saying is that some of the stuff is like whether it's recovered memories or memories that are vague, it's we get that she might have PTSD. I don't think we're arguing against that, but we're also wanting to understand the details of what exactly happened, and I think that that's okay and only fair to ask, right? Like, how has she determined what made her go look for missing children that are closer to her age, and then determine that she is Maddie McCann? Mind you, she's the one that started the account. I am Madeleine McCann, or excuse me, McCann. So I'm just saying, is this part of her PTSD? What happened?
My abuser has a son. I don't know his personality.
Okay.
And when I told him, when I confronted with him that his son, that they both are involved in kidnapping children, that I know that he hurt me more than I can remember.
Right.
He started to being very nervous, very stressed, and he and he told me, he asked me who you are, and how do you know that he became stressed and very nervous. And at the end, when I told him who I am, he hit my face like this.
Oh, not good.
So 1 second. So it was not not kind thing, not nice. But after this, when I came out from this building, from this flat, I met my grandmother, and she said that she will call me. And she called me 1 week ago, probably. And we talked. We didn't have contact for many years, so we talked. And when I started to talk about my past, she started to change subject of conversation. So it was weird, but she was very calm, very kind, very interested in my life. But when I told her that I know that his husband, my abuser, is involved in Madeleine McCann case.
Right.
She told me that she doesn't know who is this girl. And I said that she knows, but she said that she doesn't. So the next, we changed subject of conversation again. And a few minutes after, I said
Yeah, natural Yin, I would agree. This is very much similar to Legina Gold, but I love what Granny said here. Granny's watching said, I hope regardless of what the results, these people love bombing her. Julia, don't just leave her. That is what I said yesterday. I said, all right, she takes the DNA, and what if it's not her? She's left with potentially her own family that some of you guys have said have disowned her. That does happen. Can you imagine this mob mentality that's going on? I'm not in that area, but people have pulled pictures of mom. What if it's not her? And that's why I tell you guys, like, this could be, you guys are messaging me. I'm like, this could not be her. And honestly, I don't think it's her. The data, everything that's been collected, how things are matching up, it's not her. But if they know that it's not her, and maybe that's why they're so upset and disowning her, this is what she's done. So all these people that are love bombing her, who's going to support her at this point? Especially if she lives with her family. Anybody? That's when the GoFundMe's are going to start? I'd like to know.
Something like, but grandma, I know that he's really involved. I saw drawing with his face on a page about this girl, and she started to be very mad at me, and she started to say that, oh, we have to finish our call because
like she didn't want you to know. She kind of, yeah, okay, I get that.
Yes, but she said it's something there. Earlier, she said that she doesn't know this girl. She never heard about her. And in the second time, she said that, well, Peter didn't kidnap a girl from Portugal onto Spain. So it was a little suspicious. Because then after this, she said that she read about this girl. So I can't understand it. And I think that Peter and Martin, and are related, but it's weird that Bruckner
look at all these details that she knows about the case. And actually, let's go. She's younger, or excuse me, she's older than McCann. Maddie would be 19 today. Girl is 22. She's older. So I don't know how she determined. The other thing too is I haven't seen none of us have seen a birth certificate from her. A lot of people, this is what she's saying, that she's being refused her documents. That's what people are saying. I don't know if that's the case, but it's suspect. It's suspect, all of it.
Bruckner, how was his name? Christian Bruckner, and was what he is now suspected in
He's
this
the
case.
main
So
man.
yes, I know. So I'm just thinking about why 3 pedophiles were they 3 are German and they were at the same time. I mean, I don't know if Martin name was there, but I think yes, because drawing with his face is on Madeleine McCann case page, but I'm not sure. I didn't read too much about it, about Martin Ney, but I think that it's kind of weird that three pedophiles from German are in the same time when a girl is missing. I have to say that not my appearance made me thinking that I'm Madeleine, because I knew that I have a little faded mark in my eye. I knew that I have some dots like Madeleine, like dimple, and I knew that, but I was like, there a background that that made me think that I can be Madeleine, and it's like for example, my family. I don't want to say about my mother
Of course.
very bad words, but
I hit a button. My apologies. I'm back. I hit a button. I'm here, not abracadabra. Stop it. They're not after me. Stop it. You guys are too much. All right, let's finish this up because I gotta head out.
she did weird, suspicious things when I was younger too, but I can't. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's very painful, but I have to say that I will not be really surprised if I will find out that Peter, who is my abuser, knows Christiana, because I know that Peter has connections with pedophiles, because my father told me that.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
My father told me also that he is involved in kidnapping children. My father told me that Peter has more victims. So my father told me too that I cannot tell this anybody, but now I tell about it.
Fine.
So maybe
it's fine.
But it's very too many puzzles here, and a student from Wrocław, so Maddie, a few days after abduction, and press wrote that there's no article about it, but it's in PJ Files. So
Okay.
it was one article about it, but it's in PJ Files too. So his statement is there, and I live in Wrocław almost entire life as I can remember. So it's weird. And my teacher from kindergarten told me that I knew English, but I talked in Polish. I mean, with friends from kindergarten, I could talk. I knew Polish, but I knew English too. And she told me that I joined to kindergarten on in fall or early or later. So I think that fall or early winter. I don't know. But in 2007. So it was a few months after action. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to. It's just a lot to get into. But I just want
of course. Sorry.
The British people understand, because we have to take it part by part. So what I want to ask you is your earliest memory. Do you remember being 4? Do you remember being 5? What is your earliest memory of yourself?
Well, I have one early memory. I don't know how old I was there. It's a memory from holidays that I talked about on my Instagram.
Okay.
And after this memory, next memory started in 8.
So you don't remember anything from 5, 6, 7 then? So, which is understandable if you've gone through trauma.
But when I was 8, I have only 1 or 2 memories.
Okay.
When I was 8. When I was 9, I have only memories from abusing and from a church where I had something like I don't know how it's English, but it's a celebration. Never mind. And in 10 years old, I mean, till 13 or 14, I cannot remember almost anything. I have single memories, and after 14.
Granny's watching says she's got the whole town involved in child trafficking. Lord have mercy. What are your guys' thoughts? Look at how she talks about her childhood memories. Those are things to kind of keep in mind as far as how she's recounting something. I'm not saying that she's not involved in any level of trafficking. I'm saying, I'm asking, is she Maddie McCann? Is she Maddie McCann? That is my question to everyone. Is there a possibility? In my opinion, no, there isn't. I do not believe that this is Maddie McCann, especially based on everything that I have seen. It just does not make sense. However, I do believe she is somebody that has been traumatized in some way, so much so that she feels like she had to or disconnected from her family, that she feels like she had to go and find missing kids and find which one was closer to her by age. That I do feel like is happening.
I can remember memories
Okay.
normally.
So, okay, that's fine. I want to kind of just, take it bit by bit because it's easier then. So, you're 21, aren't you? Is that right? Well, you think you're 21.
According to documents, yes.
Okay, so when you say according to documents, what documents do you have? You don't have a birth certificate, I assume.
ID card.
ID card. So, have you asked Mum for birth certificate?
Yes, I asked her many times.
Right.
She always changed subject of conversation, so
Cool.
I couldn't.
Hold up. She has an ID card, but she doesn't have a birth certificate. And I don't know how it happens in the UK. Don't you need a birth certificate to get an ID? Or at least another form of identification? If you're from the UK, or not the UK, I'm sorry, from where she's from, well, I thought that was similar. I did not think that was Poland. I didn't think that was any different. Don't you need a birth certificate to get any form of identification? How do you confirm it's you and you're able to get an ID? Hold up, let me see. But that's the UK. She doesn't live in the UK. Thank you. Yes. So how would anybody know? I need to look up and see while this is playing. Let me see what I can find out. All right, let me go ahead and finish this up.
I couldn't communicate with her in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I can believe that she has my birth certificate, but I believe that it's fake. I mean, if I could be Madeleine, it could be fake documents. So
of course, documents can be faked. Of course, I do understand that completely. So there are reports over here in the UK that the McCanns are going to get a DNA test for you. I haven't had official confirmation of that yet. You have to understand, with media in UK, a lot of people talk and talk and talk. So I don't know if you've heard from them at all. Have you heard from the McCanns at all, or anything like that at all?
To be honest, I know that DNA test will be done in a few days.
Good.
But I didn't talk with Kate or Jerry directly.
Mm-hmm.
I talked with them with help of this Persian Medium, and with help of a person who works in I can't say where, but it's in very important institution from UK. And they are both confirmed that it's really they really agreed for DNA.
Good. So will the DNA test determine whether your parents are your parents, if that is the case as well, I hope? Because
yeah, you would need a birth certificate in order to get an ID, because how would you then determine citizenship? That's what I was able to look up. So unless you guys found something different, let me know. But that's what I was able to find.
I think it's important to know. We want to know who you are. I think that everybody's concerned here in the UK. We do support you. I know that you've received a lot of hate and criticism, but a lot of people do support you. But I think what we really want to determine is who you are. You know, yes. If you're not Kate and Jerry's, then there must be something that we can do for you to help you as well. So, you know.
Well, I think that my parents, current parents,
mm-hmm.
if they would be really my parents, they would agree for DNA test, and it's a normal thing for me. If I would be a mother, I have a little sister.
Are they not agreeing at the moment then to a DNA?
No.
Okay.
No. Grandma too.
Okay. So, and that's quite suspicious. If that's quite, yeah, they should be saying.
And my mother on a message to me 2 days ago, she wrote that why you didn't ask us for DNA test, but I asked them. And today when I talked with grandma, because she called me, I asked for DNA test with parents or with her, I mean grandma. she said that they are not going to do the DNA test with me. They don't want to know me, to meet me anymore. And
the media, I'm sure with the media going on at the moment, I'm sure that you will get your DNA because it has gone massive in the UK. It's not hit the mainstream yet, but I'm assuming it will hit mainstream soon.
To be honest, it will be tomorrow.
Okay.
I mean,
She said the DNA will be tomorrow. Okay. And by the way, Chris, I actually emailed him because this is the only exclusive interview, aside from the Persian lady, Medium. This is the only exclusive interview that she has actually done. Okay. So I contacted him and he repeated the same thing I said at the very end of this video. What I said that the article read that somebody close source said that they were going to DNA test her, when in reality, guys, there hasn't been anybody. There has not been anybody from the McCann side. There's only been the source, and she quotes it. Who is the source? And if the McCanns are really serious about a DNA test, they would have said something by now. Honestly, they have not spoken about this. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call BS on that. I think she's the only source that has been sourcing this information. Okay, let's continue.
As I heard from important person that I talked about with he's my contact to Jerry and Kate, and as he said, it should be tomorrow in mainstream. But I don't know. I don't know.
You are over 18. TikTok's just told me that you're under 18, so ignore that. I don't know why.
I don't know in 100%, but I heard it, so I like spoilering.
It probably, yeah, there's a lot of people watching from the UK at the moment. That's probably why. But yeah, it's nice to talk to you. Obviously, we have been very invested in the story, and to me, the eyes are not exactly the same.
What is it?
It's just people giving you gifts and all that. The eyes are not exactly the same as Madeleine's when she was a child, but there are similarities. There are very, very distinct similarities to me, which is the jaw and the nose. And, you know, we'll have to see. I'm not going to keep you for too long because I know that you've had so many people.
I'm very tired.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What can I say?
A lot. It's been very overwhelming for you as well. So I know that you have the pictures of yourself that claims the evidence from your Instagram, which is the freckle on your leg, the speck in your eye, and obviously the similarities from that as well.
That
just
she
ignore that.
put together.
People give gifts on TikTok, so just ignore that.
That she put together.
I think everybody's praying for the best, really, for you. I think that's what everybody wants, kind of, for you. You will receive a lot of hate. It's normal. But I think everybody is wishing you the best they possibly can.
I think that most of people that hate me are Polish because I notice it. Many people from another countries like Brazil, Portugal, Spain, Germany, UK, from whole world. Most of them support me or be kind, just be kind, are kind. But Polish people are very, very. I don't know why, but they're very unkind and mean.
So before, I just want to take it back, but we can just recap. So if I've got this right, so you don't remember up until the age of 8. So 8 backwards, you don't remember. So you don't remember anything previous to 8 years old.
Give it a summary. Listen.
Oh, hello. Have we lost her? Oh, she's gone. Hello? Are you back? It's gone red. 1 second. Oh. I've got a red connection here. Bear with. Hello? Her connection. Amazing what we got so far. I'm going to have to watch all this back to get as much information as I possibly can. I've kind of lost connection with her at the moment. Hopefully we can get her back as well. If you are just joining the live, I am currently having an exclusive interview with the girl that believes that she is Madeleine McCann, or believes she's Madeleine McCann. This is the first UK interview that she has had. So I don't know if she's going to come back onto the live. If not, I can go through what we've talked about so far. Oh, you're back.
Okay, sorry. My boyfriend called me. Boyfriend called me. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's not a problem. So, as I was saying, so is it 8 years old is your first memory? Hello?
Your first memory?
Yeah, so the first memory of you being Julia is 8, is that right?
but I have one early memory about holidays, but I don't know
Okay,
how
memory about
old was I.
but it's
Okay,
a
so
blur.
my first 8.
8 years old. Okay, and I'm assuming that your abuser was abusing you previously to that, so you've suffered a lot of trauma, which can keep these, within deep down as well. Just to recap, you then spoke to your mother and grandmother about being abused, which is linked to some of the Madeleine McCann cases as well. And they got angry with you. You've asked for evidence to say, look, I think I could not be yours, and you're not getting the evidence that you need, which has come to that conclusion. Now, when did you first feel that? When did you first think I might be Madeleine McCann? When did you first feel that you might be Madeleine?
It was a few months ago,
probably
at June. I called them to Operation Grange too, but first before that I called to missing people.
Didn't you say that you overheard something from your grandmother as well? I'm sure.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah, you
Ooh,
overheard.
But I heard, but I didn't
oh,
go there.
oh. I heard. Look, like I said, after a while, you start hearing this over and over. You start piecing things together, and it makes you kind of wonder and question. Let's go, said Rabbit. You have to be the first American interview. My love, listen. If I have to sit there with the Persian lady and she's going to mediate and tell me what I can or can't ask, then there would be no interview, because we would not. You do not want to see me and her. It would be a get down of a get down, okay? Especially because I have some questions, and I would not let anybody leave my stream until I understand exactly what is going on. Just saying. Just say it's the mustache for you. Yes. Ooh, okay. Yes, and please hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, please do so. All right, let's finish this up. But I'm concerned.
Yeah, of course.
I heard from, but I talked with, I said earlier about it, but I heard from her that she believes that my family from mother are involved in my hurt, and that it was the reason that I started to think about my past, and I started to think that it's something wrong with my parents or with my mother only. And when I connected these puzzles, I think that it was June, when I started to make them make sense. I mean, first reason, second reason, and it was like 5 reasons, then 10 reasons, as I wrote on my Instagram. Then I realized that.
Sorry to interrupt.
Then I realized that I have too many reasons. To be Madeleine, and
of course, according to a source close to the family, from what I've read, they said that they are looking at all options and leads. The similarities they've said are there. These are the reports that I've heard in the British media.
Those are the exact same reports I heard as well. That's what I heard. Okay? That is, the source is never quoted. Let me take you to that source right now. This is why I'm concerned about misinformation about this, because this is what I read yesterday. Okay? And this right here said the same thing that Chris is saying on his interview. Lord have mercy. Where's it at? Before I have to go. According to a recent news report, a source close to the McCann family has said that the family isn't taking any risks and is willing to check any references. It's important that they look at all factors, and the girl does indeed look similar. No one is debating that. If what she says is true, there's a chance that it's her. However, that source is not quoted anywhere, meaning this source right here is being copied and pasted to other articles. I posted some on my community tab. Go check them out. But why would the McCann family not name who the source is that's willing to look into this? And she keeps saying she spoke to somebody close to the McCann family, but doesn't say who it is. What's with the secrecy? There should be no secrecy at this point. This is an international case. Are you kidding me?
I can't confirm that's true, but I just want to say, if Kate and Jerry are watching, what would you want to say to them now? What would you want to say to them if they were watching now?
I don't understand. What I'm gonna say to them?
Yeah, so if they're watching now, what do you want to say to them?
That I really want to meet them and talk with them, and I really want to do this DNA test and show them that I really can't be her daughter, his daughter, her and his daughter, their daughter. And that I'm scared but excited, and I hope that they can't wait for the results and the day when we will make the DNA test.
I'm sending you a massive hug.
Thank
anything
you.
you'd like to say? Anything
No,
else?
I'm just
Okay.
tired.
I was going to say, have us in the United Kingdom or Britain would say, have a nice sweet cup of tea. I definitely will myself. After I spoke to the rest of my followers, but I'm going to let you go because I know it's been an overwhelming experience for you as well, there, Julia. Thank you ever so much for your time, and thank you for letting me as well. I will take obviously parts of this live out and do a video for you as well, just to spread awareness. But thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Jesus.
He said, "Whoo, Jesus! Look, Martin Case worked on this case, worked on the Madeleine McCann. Says it's not her, not her. One of the signatures that Maddie had was her eye. That's something that you cannot operate on or anything like that. You cannot just correct. So there's no way it's her. Okay, that's number one. As far as research, that's, and shout out to Rose who gave me that information as well. That in itself was enough for me to say this is not, the data doesn't support that this could be Maddie. It just doesn't. Okay. In addition to that, her own profile, she's a creator. She is a content creator. Okay. I'm going to take us to TikTok. That's the last visit we're going to do before I get off. Okay. I know, and I don't want to necessarily say TikTok is 100% on there, right? But there are some people in there that have been looking into this a little bit further. Look, girl is a creator. Okay. This is just some of her profiles and stuff. This is an actual TikTok account that is currently active. All right. That a lot of people have been visiting. Okay. She actually posted February 11th, February 18th. She's posting. Okay. The lady is a creator. All right. She's a creator. That's what she does. Okay. People have posted pictures of her mother on TikTok. You look at if this is her mother, allegedly, because I didn't pull this, you look at the side-by-side, girl looks exactly like her mama. She looks exactly like her mama. Okay? Yeah, TikTok, right. I agree. But I'm giving you guys other sources that you can look at. It just, Pigeon Mac, he said, creator spells con artist. Yo, stop. That's what people are saying. I don't know if that's her mother, but her mother at this point, from what I understand, has not been very happy with her. I don't think I would be happy as well if the whole internet was against me. Just saying. But anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Now, before I head out, I want to thank everybody that bought the memberships. Thank you so much. Let me do a little rabbit twerking to welcome those members. This is for you. Thank you. Alrighty. Well, we held close to 450 plus people in this chat. You guys, please hit the like button. It helps me in the algorithm. Shout out to everybody from the Facebook area. You guys, thank you so much for hearting and liking. We reached 1,000 likes on our page. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed rest of your night, because I am out, and you know where to contact me if you have any questions. Rabbits out.